Welcome back to the Buddha's Boys YouTube channel. It's your boy Eustufius back again with another ranked game in Age of Empires 2. Rocking the Vietnamese again and playing against the Burgundians this time. In 100 or so ranked games, this is actually, or was my first time playing against the Burgundians. So I was not really quite sure what to expect from them. Before the game starts, I would like to address two things rather quickly. The first is the post-game commentary itself. I'm by no means good enough to play the game at my current level while also provide commentary for the viewers and listeners. So I decided to do the post-game commentary, as I believe that simply focusing on the commentary aspect instead of playing and talking is most likely going to be more insightful to whoever is going to end up listening this commentary. The other thing I would like to address is how I pick games that are going to be uploaded. Basically, as I play the game, I'll try to find games that I think are worthy to be uploaded based on essentially how fun they were and whether I think they're worthy of being uploaded. So some games might be fun, others might have a plot twist in them. They might be long. Long games are, to me personally at least, more enjoyable than short games. But I guess it'll depend on a case-to-case basis, and I'll assess each game separately. Now, onto the game. So this is a continuation of my, newly created series, Road to 2K ELO, on the ranked ladder, 1v1 ranked ladder in Age of Empires 2. So, like I said, rocking the Vietnamese. I have no idea what to expect from Burgundians. This was actually the very next game after the game that was uploaded prior to this one that I played on the ranked ladder. It was played 2 days after, and I'm not really sure about Burgundians. So I sent my scout to scout, and I tried my best. As you'll see, there's going to be early Dark Age duel between our two scouts, in which both of us will try to get one up on the opponent by having higher ground, by essentially being Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, as soon as I saw this, I was like, something is up. So for those who don't know, this is another Chicken Arabia game, which I personally prefer. Chicken and rabbits and the like are officially unpushable animals. So you cannot push them like you can deer. You can push them like 1 or 2 tiles, but then they reset and they get back to the original position. But even though the game they're scripted to be unpushable, certain people have found a way to go against what the game says. And if you find them and make this little wall of palisades, you need to actually start constructing each and every palisade. You can also do it with palisade gates. And you start pushing them, they'll actually run all the way. If you connect it to the TC, they'll run all the way next to your TC, at which point you can just eject the villagers from the TC or just use the ones that are next to it and start kill the chickens or rabbits and start collecting the food pretty much right underneath the TC. So you don't have to build a mill, nor do you have to do long distance chicken collection. So when I saw this, I was like, man, are we really gonna do this? Are players really gonna do this? And then I got even confused even more. So I saw this. I was like, really? 2 games in a row, fast castle approach, guy on stone? I have not heard about Burgundians going for a fast castle into a unique unit. I'm not saying it's not possible or that no one's doing it, I just haven't heard of it. Now, I did see that only 2 wills were sent on stone, which made me a bit confused. I did not know what I was supposed to expect from this civ in the first place. On one hand, it's not a lot of villagers on stone, so probably not a castle, but at the same time, he sent 2 on stone, so what else could he be doing? Well, it turns out, I guess I had a bit of a brain fog and forgot that towers were in the game. I completely blanked and I essentially had a brain fart, and I completely forgot that towers were a thing in this game. Yeah. Spoilers. So anyway, I'm literally playing my standard game, at least trying to do it, and I was basically just wanted to be a reaction. I wanted to see what he's going to go for, what he's going to do, and then react to his build. And I'm basically just using my scout to scout as much of his base as I can. I'm essentially trying to find what's his plan, what he's gonna do, and to try to counter it with my own plan. Again, this should have been a dead giveaway that he's going for stone now that I think about it, but while I was playing the game, that did not occur to me. I was waiting for some shenanigans, but I did not know what exactly. So this is basically my point of view. Looking at it, confused as to what he's currently doing, while I'm pretty much playing my standard game. I'm gonna go for an archery range soon, sending some guys to gold. Oh, in the back of my head, I kind of half expected the militia that they have, the Flemish militia. Apparently, they've been buffed again. That's not apparent. We know that for a fact. But apparently now they're really strong. Whether that's true or not, like I said, I haven't played against the Burgundians, so I had no idea what to expect. But in the back of my head, did have some reservations, thinking he might go for the Flemish militia. So I decided, well, you know, I might Vietnamese, it's Flemish militia, might as well just go archers and hope for the best. It was very quiet, a bit too quiet if you ask me, to the point of where I was definitely feeling nervous. I was expecting something to happen, but I just did not know what. For some reason, so I saw him go on gold and stone quite early in the game, so I thought, oh, is this like kind of a hybrid fast castle build where you go for both stone and gold and sell / buy by using... but then I was like, wait, but he's not Saracens, that's something Saracens do. And then this surprised me. Yes. I destroyed this, which is quite unfortunate, but I did not want to go. I did not want to lose the second villager. One was already bad enough. So that's why I got the market. I was like, if he's gonna go fast castle again, which it turns out that was not the case, but I guess I got a bit too paranoid from the previous game, where the opponent went fast castle. That's why I got the market, and then it was a tower. And then it clicked for me. When I saw the tower, I was like, yup, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's why he went on stone. So I was, based on the house wall that you see, I think it's fair to say I was panicking at this stage. I just lost the will. He did the men-at-arms rush with towers, which I did not expect. I did not see this coming. Fair play to him. And now I was full defensive mode. Gotta kill this cavalry. I just wanted to kill the scout and get a few archers on the field to kill the men-at-arms. While this scout was doing something, I attempted to scout with him, but obviously I'm and then the towers. And this was like, okay. So, it's... I have to say that prior to this game, I faced the tower rush only twice on the rank ladder in about 100 games. 100 1v1 games. The first time was against Koreans. I won. The second time was against Poland, or Polish, and I lost that one. So I do not have a lot of experience, and I'm not quite sure what I should have done. On one hand, I guess I should have rushed it with wills, but I saw 2 towers plus 4 men-at-arms. If I rushed it with wills, I'm pretty sure I would have lost a lot of it, even despite having archers. So I'm not gonna say that what I did here is what you should do, but I guess it worked. So what I'm trying to say, it could have been worse. So what I did here, I noticed three towers. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna clean this up with villagers. Like, I'm gonna lose my entire eco. I managed to click up to Castle Age faster than him, which made me quite happy when I realized that. And the market actually came in quite handy, because I sold the gold. I sent quite a few villagers on gold. Bought my way up to Castle Age, because this is not as many farms in feudal as you would like to, plus a decent number of them I can't really use because of the towers. And I immediately sent a bunch of villagers to zone. So what I wanted to literally survive until I get a castle, and just drop a castle here and clear out the 3 towers and make sure my gold is secure. That was my plan. I was practically praying that he's not gonna see this, and that my faster castle and a castle is going to be a surprise to him. I already lost 4 vills. I could have done a better job. I'm pretty sure I lost based on these traces of bodies. I should have done a better job at protecting the vills that were in range. And I did not time it as well as I could have, I guess. I just wanted to kill the men-at-arms so that the men-at-arms don't kill the vills. The vills on their own can kind of fight the skirmishers. They'll have a better chance than they do against men-at-arms. And then I was like, okay, delete. I was having a hard time deleting this final farm. And then I was like, perfect. Let's go castle. I'm gonna lose stuff, but this castle is going to clean up this area and it's going to secure. It's not ideal. This was like pretty much full panic mode for me. And this was kind of like, oh, well, I, gotta try. This is my only way, and I knew I was gonna lose some vills, but yeah, I'm 5 vills behind, thankfully. I mean, not really thankfully, but I'm gonna have huge problem with food throughout this game. I basically sent villagers, dispersed them. I still have this guy who should be scouting, so I should have done a better job in that regard. Now I am in full panic mode. I'm expecting to be way behind eco. Luckily, we are not pros, we are intermediate players, so this kind of aggression does not come without its drawbacks. Anyone on our level that does this kind of aggression will have some issues at home in regards to their own economy, because we're simply not good enough to both attack at this magnitude, but also not have idle time back home. So I was thinking about the matchup at this point, and I'm like, I'm Vietnamese, I'm Burgundians. Personally, I think both of those civs are basically the same, or even enough to the point where no one could call a civ win. At least that's my opinion. I do believe that these are quite similar civs in strength, but I do know that the Burgundians lack the final archer armor upgrade, and I'm the Vietnamese, kind of an expert in archers. Plus, I have an archer that kind of counters, to an extent, counters its own counter, the skirmisher. So his skirmishers, long term, they're good enough in Castle Age, but long term, no, they're not good enough long term. So I was thinking that if I were to, so yeah, this is another one of my attempts at a 200 IQ move. I was like, At this stage of the game, I was panicking really hard, and I thought, yeah, I've done a good enough job to survive, to technically be in the game, but I thought that I was way behind Eco. Looking at this replay, I was behind, but not to the extent that I thought, luckily for me. So I decided I need to do damage, I need to do something, I need to surprise him, and I decided to castle drop him. My idea was to castle drop this hill and somehow get in his base. As you will see, that's not going to work. Not as well as I wanted to. I also added a second TC. In the back of my head I was thinking I sustained quite a lot of damage. I need a way to get back in the game. I need to do damage, but also to boom and recover, replenish the vills that I lost. And that I continue to lose as we speak. So, yeah, not really a good game thus far, and this castle was a bit of a fail. I did idle his eco in this regard, but it took him a long time. I did get the tower down. It took him a long time to destroy this castle, which kind of bought me time. Who knows? I'm thinking maybe if I did not put this castle down, he might have castle dropped me, which would have been horrible for me. But who knows? I am down. I'm definitely not in a good position. I've lost a lot of villagers. He has surprisingly not that big of an eco advantage, at least when it comes to total resources. Where he's definitely winning is the number of villagers that he has. Well, I finally killed one vill. Only 13 more to go to even up the score. I try to do my best to actually boom, or to re-boom, to try and stay in the game, because I was expecting something else. I thought I was way behind on eco, and that I'm merely prolonging the inevitable. So I was like, well, let me at least try. I've done a bad job at defending all of this. I took a lot of eco damage, but I felt like there was a chance that I can win, so might as well try, right? What was holding me in the game, I felt like, was I know that he has some villagers forward, so the village. Yeah, that was. I should have done better. That he had some villagers forward, which then means that not all of his villagers are actually working, so the vill advantage might not be as bad as it seems. And then I saw the unique unit, which I personally think is underrated. I was in no position to tech switch into anything. I was getting behind in eco as the game progressed. Looking at his base, he stayed on 1 TC. I guess he was in a way all in, at least up until this stage of the game. This was probably the most annoying part. I simply could not get rid of it, and based on what I saw, I was quite boxed in. It took me. It's gonna take me a long time to deal with this. I'm trying to mess up Rattan archers. Should probably get upgrades for them. Okay, I am getting some. And I thought I just have to go for one unit I was expecting some. I'm not expecting him to stay on skirmishers in Imperial because he lacks the final armor upgrade. I was expecting some kind of switch into cavalry. I mean, it's Burgundians. Going for cavalier into paladin is kind of actually, it is expected. And I'm thinking, well, I simply do not have the economy nor the time to switch into something that's going to counter paladins. I might as well just stay on the Rattan Archer and hope for the best. The eco difference, the res collection primarily, keeps getting worse for me. Thankfully, I am on 2 TCs while he's still only on 1, so I am closing the distance when it comes to the number of villagers. But this is very painful. Food has been a problem throughout this entire particular game, from start to finish, because I think primarily the main reason is I really did not deal with the towers as well as I could/should have. And I'm finally building a siege workshop, probably late, but I needed something to clear out this so I can have the back of my eco. At least not be in range of the towers. I almost equalized the number of villagers. It's primarily due to me having 2 town centers or him staying only on 1. Not gonna complain, but I finally get a ram out. And I know there are some villagers here and I really want to kill them, because I kind of need any eco advantage or any opportunity that I could mitigate the eco advantage that I know he has. He rightfully sends the villagers to the ram because of the bonus damage, but I really just want them dead. They're my main target. I want to even up the score as much as I can when it comes to build counts. We're kind of getting closer in that regard, but the eco difference is really creeping up. The thing is that his economy was basically undisturbed. I did send a few archers here and one of them even got through here. So it did disturb his eco a bit, but it's nothing compared to what he did to me. I'm adding a 3rd TC and hoping that it's not too late for me to have a chance at this game. And I'm thinking I have to go for a counterattack. I have to do damage. I have to keep him at bay. A part of me was thinking, wow, it would not surprise me if he were to click Imperial right now. Looking at the resources he collected, he could have, but again, you have to keep in mind that both my opponent and I are intermediate players, so don't expect any hero gameplay from either one of us. We make mistakes, that's why we're intermediate players. So both of us make mistakes and neither of us fully capitalizes on the other player's mistake. So what I tried here is to destroy the farms. I think I got maybe one. He did a great job at deleting the farms so he doesn't lose the wood. And I was quite happy with this. I think the Rattan Archer is a great unique unit. And I was really happy with this. I'm also gonna do some damage here. Now there's a Mangonel, but this is basically a throwaway army if you ask me. I'm just trying to... I know I can't win with it, but I'm just trying to kill as many vills as I can and be as annoying as I can in the hopes that they'll actually buy me some time at home. Yeah, let's not look at the eco right now. I'm just staying on the Rattan Archer. Oh, that was a great shot. I'm very confident that the Rattan Archer will take out his skirmisher. And I saw this. I saw this and I was like, you sneaky little... He's done a great job with the outposts. I think I sent the ram to destroy the outposts. And I guess he just wants to get one back at me for the castle drop. I actually now killed more villagers than he did. Granted, I did that at a later stage of the game, so the impact is not as significant as when he killed my villagers. So he killed them much earlier stage of the game. And at this point I'm a bit panicking. I know that he has to have enough stone for a castle, otherwise his villagers would not be there. So I sent additional villagers to stone. So let's see the Rattan Archer. What are the upgrades? His are... they seem to be fully upgraded. He does have ballistics, but in this kind of... he just has quite a bigger army than I do. Oh, I actually have the villager lead. I did not expect that. I guess he... At this stage, he could have bought Imperial like 2 times over, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. Gotta win all the games that the opponent... You gotta capitalize on all of the opponent's mistakes, as I'm sure he capitalized on my mistakes, which he completely should. And I try to do my best thing, the same thing that he did with when he ejected the villagers to kill my ram. I'm trying to do damage with the villagers and then save them from the mangonel shot. Somehow, don't ask me how, I actually clicked to Imperial before him. This was very surprising to me when I played the game, because I was 100% sure he's gonna... Well, I was afraid he was gonna click to Imperial, or get to Imperial before I even clicked to go in. So I was pleasantly surprised and very happy when I reached Imperial before him. Yeah, I'm still just going for the Rattan Archer, but I only have 1 castle. And then I see the castle, and I'm like, okay, so... okay, this was maybe a wall kill. I probably did not need to kill this as well. But I'm thinking... I'm gonna do the same thing he did to me when I castle dropped him. When I castle dropped him, I did not really do it on the hill. He did. His counter castle was on the hill. Now his offensive castle is not on the hill, but my defensive castle, my shot by me there, is on the hill. And I reach Imperial. And immediately, let's go, Trebs. Trebs, I gotta push this back. Like, this is my chance. I reached Imperial before him. 1 Treb. Look at this castle is just producing Rattan Archers, going for Bracer. Like, let's go. I got the tech advantage, or the potential to get the tech advantage. I built a few outposts here, as this was really... throughout the entire game, this part of the base was anything but secure. Yeah, I'm building more traps. I just want to push this back before he gets to me. And now this is the point of the game where my Rattan Archers will just crush his skirmishers. So this is where I guess I should have been aware that he could or should transition into cavalry, but I did not know at the time that the eco situation is swinging in my favor. And thankfully I won this, obviously, since he was not Imperial, but still happy about it. And then I saw this, and I was like, yes, Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I was expecting something like this. Not sure how good the Custilier is, whether it's better than the Cavalier in this regard. And I think he wanted to castle drop me again here, like he did here, but because of the farms he couldn't. And this time I did not have the stone. Still don't have ballistics. I tried to get in his base, but I was sandwiched between two castles and a town center. So I once again started panicking at this point. I was like, oh, my army is out of position. He has a unique unit that I don't really know how good or bad it is. He castle dropped me, and I don't have enough stone to react, or did not have enough stone to react. At least his Custilier, I was expecting more, but they did not do as well as I thought they would do. Again, I should not complain. But I was trying to find damage with these guys. I still felt like I was really behind. The score would... yeah, the score does suggest that. He finally reaches... I should say finally. But he does reach Imperial Age. We basically have the same build count, to my surprise. I think this is basically another throwaway army that I sent out as a distraction just to buy time. While I finally have, I actually have two castles that are gonna produce the unique unit, and I'm still sticking with it. I think the only thing that kind of defeats my unique unit is the sorry about that. Is either the Cavalier or the Paladin. I did not know whether he is anywhere close to getting to either one of them, nor whether he was going for that unit. I was surprised when I saw the Custilier unique unit. I finally got this down. Let's ignore the idle villagers, because he basically forced me out of all of this with that castle. The castle did go down, thankfully. The archers that were basically throwaway archers did kill some vills, but they were kind of more or less a distraction. I just wanted to buy time to survive the onslaught that was happening at my own base. Lucky shot by me. Couldn't complain. I still don't have ballistics, but the castles are doing something. And then I saw this. So this was the moment, yes, he researched the revolution. I saw this, and the next part of the game, or the continuation of this, is something I'm quite proud of. But let's see what happens. So I know what this means. He clicked the revolution, all of his villagers instantly become the Flemish militia, which has been buffed yet again in the latest patch. And I knew the game was going to be won or lost in the next couple of minutes. I thought he had like 100 plus of these coming my way. In reality, he had 83. And I thought he had trebs, because that's how you generally see that tactic being used. You get to as many villages as you can with a bunch of trebs, like 5 to 10 trebs, at least on arena. You click on it and you just steamroll the opponent completely. So yes. Let's check what happens afterwards. Give me just a moment. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's check this out. Okay. Sorry for that. I'm having some audio issues. So yeah, what I did was I bought stone. I knew what was going to happen. I need this gold. I need this gold really badly. I basically don't have my main gold. This one is mostly taken but also exposed. And I knew this was going to be. And as soon as I finish it, here they come. I was expecting Trebs and Flemish Militia. In the end, just Flemish Militia. But I thought was, okay, I'm winning I'm either losing or winning the game right here. This is where everything's going to go down. I knew this was going to be the big battle because of the resources, so I immediately bought the stone and put the castle next to it. I think you can speed this up. This is basically his last ditch attempt at winning the game, but without Trebs, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I'm not sure why he was compelled to try this. Maybe he felt like the game was more so in my favor than in reality it was. At least I felt like I was losing up until the moment I saw him go for the Flemish Revolution. That's the moment I thought I won the game. So that'll be it for today when it comes to this replay. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Stufius out.